When a district makes the decision to intentionally work on its work, we think that's a powerful decision because it undergirds the philosophy that we really do believe that what we do in our classrooms, in our schools, and in our district offices makes a difference in the lives of students. Sometimes that work can be done internally, but sometimes that work is best done with an external facilitator. These external facilitators can bring to a district qualities that we just can't get internally. And sometimes when we work on our own work within a district, we all come with our own biases. We all come with our own experiences. We come with an understanding of the organizational culture. But when we bring in an external facilitator, that person comes without that background knowledge. They come without that perceptual bias. So it's a great opportunity for us to have someone reflect what we're saying to them in a way that we might not have been able to hear it if we were just among ourselves. A specific example of when an external facilitator really helped us move forward was during a time in our community when we were trying to discern what types of community survey questions would help us with our long-range planning. And of course that was tied to a levy campaign as well as to our master educational plan. So the external facilitator in this case was able to ask poignant questions, discern the nuances of the stakeholders' answers, and then translate that to our district leadership team and our Board of Education in order for us to then enact the goals and the objectives moving forward and to actually do something with that rich information. We never would have been able to accomplish that goal in that way without the services of our external facilitator. When an external facilitator is involved, the superintendent can be part of the process. The superintendent can be one with their district employees, with the staff, the teachers, their principals, the central office, administrative staff, and can process with them rather than having to focus on leading the process. That is a really significant benefit to the superintendent.
As we moved through the Ohio improvement process, we were very fortunate at the time to be in a position where we were provided with 2 external facilitators from the State Support Team 6. It was very helpful as we began to go through the decision framework initially to have somebody from the outside that could help us look at the data from an objective standpoint and help us to stay focused and moving sequentially through the different steps. Once we had the internal capacity to understand the process well, the need for the external facilitators began to drop. But initially, I think that was invaluable for us to be successful and have the ownership that we were able to develop.
The use of external facilitation was extremely important, but having someone who was not tied to the data, who was objective, who knew the process well, was really key in helping us jumpstart the whole procedure in Waynesville-Goshen.
The external facilitators are extremely important to this process. I advise all of my peers and colleagues to embed external facilitation into the process. It allows the superintendent to be at the table and engage in the process of inquiry, of decision making, of analysis, of monitoring with the table. Otherwise, the superintendent ends up trying to lead the process. The external facilitator is incredibly valuable to the Ohio improvement process.